and YouTube community. Welcome to the Monterey Center for Spiritual Living, and welcome home to yourself, which is one of our taglines. During the month of July, we have been looking at living everyday wonder in the arena of relationships. And our talk for today is We Are Star Stuff. We are star stuff. And by that, we're exploring our relationship with nature. The aspects of nature include rocks and soil, and plants, the waters and the animals of the earth, as well as how we are a part of nature. So we're looking at the interconnectedness and the oneness of all life. If we see nature as something that is out there, then we treat it no differently from when we other someone, and that is seeing them separate from and different from who we are. We are intimately affected by all aspects of nature. However, the question is, are we consciously aware and in a loving relationship with nature? How do we look at our part, our role in the arena of nature? The Spirit has been doing its thing with me recently, and I get these early morning downloads. And so a download that came to me is, I think I may have been reflecting on this talk when I went to bed. So this download that came to me was the nursery rhyme, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And so with that as a backdrop, I said, okay, there's got to be a star message in here for me to find out, to share with the community. So I went to the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, and this is the definition for star that is presented there. The star represents remote revelations of truth. The star symbolizes the inner conviction of our ability to accomplish whatever it is that we undertake. It calls forth the very best in us and helps us to succeed. And then also from the Bible, that part of the creation story in Genesis, chapter 1, verses 14 through 16. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and sacred days and years. And let them be lights in the valley of the sky, in the vault of the sky, to give light to the earth." And so it was. God made two great lights, the greater to govern the day and the lesser to govern the night. God also made the stars. And so when we view this part of the creation story metaphysically, it is an invitation to simply marvel in the mystery of life. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, represents the mysteries in life that are often so big or so important or so beautiful that all we can do is behold. These moments reveal truth so great that there are no words for them. So we behold the mystery. Our behold moments may be a gateway that's calling us to remember an irresistible or compelling or gripping call to just being, a call to a place of being. These behold moments could be moments of transcendence, moments of sheer wonder or radiant luminosity, a song, a word, a prayer, a concern, a cloud passing by, a bird flying by, the look of peace in the faces of those who we interact with. All of these can be felt and described as our behold moments. Science of Mind teaches us that all of nature, The entire seen and unseen universe is happening with and as a result of God, Spirit, acting upon itself. Nothing happens outside of Spirit. Thus the expression, God is all there is. Spirit is all there is. How we relate to nature is a direct response to how we relate to God. And it is an invitation to be in a harmonious and respectful relationship with all of nature and never desecrate our relationship with it. Ernest Holmes offers this from the book Creative Mind. All things else we find in the manifest universe are attributes of the Spirit and are caused to spring into being through the Word because the Spirit wants to enjoy itself. And this takes me back to something that we say in our statement of being that is our part of our mission and vision for the Monterey Center. And that is we express spirit through play. God wants to enjoy itself through us and through play. Every attribute, every trait, every quality that we experience in nature all point to some aspect of God. Spirit makes things out of itself, and everything comes into being without effort. And as these things come into being, as they come into form, Spirit expresses itself in ways that we might identify as beauty, as form, as color, as life, as love, and as power. And so to expand a little bit on our Science of Mind teachings, let us be mindful of this. The same way we look at the human body and realize it is made up of various components, so it is true of nature. Everything is experienced through the 5 or more senses, is a collaborative symphony, a divine relationship, if you will. Our body composition may be analyzed in terms of the chemical elements, the molecular elements, and the DNA elements present in this body temple, in this body suit that we're wearing. Our body tissue may be analyzed into water or fat, or connective tissue, or muscle, or bone, or in terms of the different cell types that the body contains. And not being one who has studied a lot of anatomy, I found this little bit of information quite interesting as I was doing my research. Notably, the largest cells contained in the human body, though not the largest mass of cells, are not human cells. The largest cells contained in the human body are not human cells, but bacteria residing in the normal human gastrointestinal tract. So again, we're seeing that all things are working together. In addition, there are molecular and atomic relationships. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson reminds us we're all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the rest of the universe anatomically. And then Carl Jung said this, who looks outside dreams, and who looks inside awakens. And if we read this from a Science of Mind perspective of being open at the top, it would read, who looks inside awakens to the truth of their being, which allows them to look outside and take action to manifest and build on the dreams and visions that they hold sacred. And so our relationship with nature is amazing, it is vital, and it is also rewarding. However, if we fail to see and appreciate the intrinsic value of nature as it exists in nature and in our very own lives, the relationship will only be superficial. And from what religious science teaches, and from what religious science teaches. Everything that exists is a manifestation of the divine mind. It is merely expressed in form. The manifest universe then is the body of God. And I invite us to explore nature in a new way. And we can do this by taking a few moments to reflect on some of the most breathtaking places that we have ever visited, or places that have left us speechless. Maybe it was a mystic cave, an iridescent waterfall, colorful flora or fauna, snow-capped peaks, a dense, lush green forest, a dazzling desert, a serene flowing river, a shimmering seascape, a radiant sunset with dolphins playing in the waves. And just for a moment, let us behold the wonder and mystery of it all. As above, as inside, as below, as outside. That which is the same in all places, because there literally is not a spot where source is not. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. And this is by astronomer Carl Sagan. In the stillness of our being, we hear the whisper of spirits saying, "This matters. This is significant. Slow down. Pay attention." These behold moments represent encouragement and compassion that guide us. Let us embrace our behold moments as a gateway to recalling moments representing an irresistible, compelling, or gripping call to a place of being. And I want to share with you a little story that is an example of personal practical application. I've been offering these little jewels to us to consider as a way of taking the teaching of science of mind and incorporating it into our own lives. And so here's an example of, I'm reminded of an expression that was popular several years ago, and that is to think globally and act locally. Think globally and act locally. And so here's an example. 70-year-old Robin Borlando of Philadelphia has taken on a critical city job as a lifeguard to help keep kids off of the streets. A retiree, mother of 3 with 6 grandchildren, this is Robin's second time as a lifeguard, the first when she was at age 16. And in the interview with her, she expressed how excited she was to be a lifeguard and had never lost that real desire, that love for that particular activity. Her desire to give back to the community was motivated by a shooting that occurred outside of her home, where 3 young boys died. This, along with nearly 100 children being shot in the city of brotherly love this year. Robin said, "I decided to do something for our kids and for our community." Only 50 of Philly's 65 public schools are open this summer due to a lifeguard shortage. And this is a problem that is facing cities across the country. It is just not unique to Philadelphia. "There's no place to go," Robin said, "for the children here locally or nationwide. The pools are closed all around." And again, she said she just wanted to do something, no matter how small, just to help out. "I'm very committed to this," she declared. "This is my reputation. This is my community." And so during the month of July, we have been encouraged to cultivate relationships locally. And so I offer this as a practice for us to consider there are two parts to it, and I've asked our tech team to put the slides up for us. The short term is to volunteer to assist people with their yards, their lawns, or gardens, sweeping the streets in our community. Look around and find ways to beautify the immediate environment, investing planting trees as a community. And a more long-term option is, in many places, it is possible for a community or an organization to adopt a highway or to volunteer with animals in some capacity. And so the invitation is to find a place where in our own local community, we can spend time beautifying, rebuilding, cleaning, caring for a park, a river, a lake, an animal shelter, of something relevant and accessible to each one of us. And these are just examples. These are examples that we're invited to follow. And so our affirmation for this week is, where I am, God is. Where I go, God is. Let us say this together. Where I am, God is. Where I go, God is. And so let us pray together. And as we move into our time of prayer, I invite us to lift into our hearts and lift into the great awareness of all that there is, our own Reverend Ann Young, and the transition of her beloved Lyle Young on this past Monday. Let us know that Lyle is expressing the greater idea of life beyond life as he moves through and navigates and is welcomed by the loving arms of those who have gone before him. Let us also lift in prayer our Reverend Cindy and Lynn Harp, who along with others are impacted by the fires in the Yosemite Valley and the Mariposa area, praying that the winds, I'm thinking of an old song that says, it talks about Jesus out on the waters and the waves are thrashing about, and the disciples, those who are around him, are concerned that they may perish. And as the story goes, Jesus simply said, "Peace, be still." And so this is what I am calling forth in these natural phenomena that are occurring. And together we speak peace, just peace into the eye of the storm, peace into the eye of the fire, peace into whatever the experience is that is not like God. And yet knowing that within this very experience, God is also present. We may not understand, we may never understand or know the reason for the process. But if we trust that God is continually, Spirit is continually working things out in divine order, is working things out for the highest and best of all that is concerned, this is our opportunity now to behold the mystery, knowing that the all-prevailing presence of God is absolutely all that there is. And so in speaking my word of peace into the seeming eye of the storm, and taking that moment, taking that holy breath to pause and to behold, to know that I am part of this star stuff. I am part of this majesty. I am part of the mystery of all that there is. I know that everything unfolds for the highest and best good. I speak a word of blessing for others who are experiencing transitions in their lives, those whose names remain in the silent place of our heart, those whose intentions or request have been brought forward in the form of prayer to a beloved confidant or friend, minister, a prayer practitioner, or a counselor, whoever it is that one finds as a source of confidence and as a source of strength. And for those prayers that remain in the silence of our own being, know that this loving Spirit is always saying yes. And so it is our opportunity to rest in that knowingness of the yes, to rest in that behold moment of the yes. And to know that I may not see the outcome in a way that I would expect to see it. And yet, I trust, I believe, and I know that everything is absolutely working without any effort on my own. So I relax, I release, and I let go. And for other experiences that are happening in life, relax, release, let go. I speak a word of blessing for those individuals who are gathering in community, gathering in the name of love, knowing that love expresses itself in a multiplicity of forms, and that no one particular place or people or teaching or philosophy or religion knows the absolute truth. We are all truth seekers and truth revealers on this journey back to the source. And so blessing everything that there is, blessing all that there is in this wonderful life, I release this word now back into the law, which always says yes. And as I lovingly let it be, I invite you to affirm it with me if this truth resonates with you, as we say, and so it is. And so I take this opportunity to remind those who are a part of our virtual community and those who are here with us in our center that there is a divine opportunity to meet with a practitioner or a minister. It is our joy to support you in prayer, whether it be in a demonstration of something that is uplifting and lively and life-affirming, or it is an opportunity for a releasing and an identification of something that is creating disharmony or discord within. It is our joy to meet with you and to pray with you and to be in service with you. And our contact information is provided on our website at www.montereycsl.org. You may also contact us through our newsletter. And we also provide services through our Centers for Spiritual Living World Ministry of Prayer. That information is on our website and also through our partner, Silent Unity. And that telephone number is available on our website and in our newsletter. And as we prepare now for our sharing of abundance, for our committed giving time together, our tithing and our partnering idea, the little jewel that I'd like to share with you this morning, is from the book, Even Mystics Have Bills to Pay, by Jim Rosemergy. When we are consciously one with God, we cannot want. Thanksgiving expresses for us the kingdom of heaven. Money is an outward symbol of unlimited supply. And we have an affirmation statement for our center that I invite us to say together now. I recognize the presence of spirit within as the source of all my abundance. Out of my abundance consciousness flows everything I could desire in life. With gratitude and thanksgiving, I now participate in the flow of uninterrupted abundance. This prosperous experience is evidence of my abundance consciousness. And so, as always, I say thank you, a sincere thank you on the part of our board and our leadership. Thank you for the ways that you continue to lovingly support our center. And you may mail in your contributions. Our address is on the screen. You may text to give, and that number is on our screen. And you may also donate through our secure website at www.montereycsl.org. So again, we thank you for that. And For our virtual community, we appreciate you. We thank you. We say, God bless you. And we invite you to join us next week as we conclude the month of July relationships theme. And our talk is the one and only. And so to our Facebook community and to our virtual community, we say good morning and God bless you.